Alright, so we have a Season 9 Cup game getting started here. This is going to be for the top 16, and fun fact here, this is actually the first time that a Unicorn player has made it to the top 16, so that's pretty neat. So this is going to be Action Johnny playing Unicorn versus Droog playing Dragon. Looks like Unicorn is going to be going second here. Alright, let's see. Ooh, Shiotome encampment is always good to see. Dragon is going to find 2 favorable grounds. Going to play that Raitsugu with 3 Fate. I think Unicorn is probably going to buy everything here. Nergui actually seems like, well, it's not going to help much with 2 favorable grounds here. Okay, it doesn't buy that one, just the other 2. That is fine. It's going to be a little bit tough here for Unicorn to defend, probably, though. The upside is, hey, Nightcrawlers, how's it going? The upside is if Dragon finds Feast or Famine on an attack, then he has to go home, right? He can't break that, unless he has a Finger of Jade, I guess. Let me check out what. Ooh, so the Unicorn deck is on Lion Splash, 3 Vengeful Oathkeeper, 2 Legion of 1, 2 Ready for Battle. So the Vengeful Oathkeepers could be pretty good here. Let's see, we do see Raitsugu attack this Shiotome encampment. Let's see what the province is. It is Upholding Authority. So I think there's actually a good chance we see this break. There's no way to defend this, right? He's intelligently going for a political attack here so that it will not trigger the Vengeful Oathkeepers. But yeah, there's no defense. Seems good. This will mean that an Earthring goes off, but... Ooh, we see Captive Audience to switch it to military. Wow. So we'll see if... So you could just move home with Raitsuga at this point. You got him to spend a Captive Audience for nothing, basically, but then the Shiotome encampment will still be here. Yeah, he is going to move home. This way you don't break Upholding Authority, so you won't have to discard anything. That's fine, probably. So Unicorn will want to get a military conflict to go through here. I guess he'll go... You could go Void to turn on Battle Maiden Recruit. Ooh, we see a Goblin Sneak, so he's actually going to win this conflict on defense? Question mark? I'm not sure why that's valuable. I guess he want to take the Earthring off the table so he can't attack Earth as his second conflict. Yeah, so he is going to win that. Oh, wait. The other thing is that turns on Shiotome encampment, obviously. There's a Cielo Dragon on Raitsugu. So Action Johnny is down to 7 cards here. He actually used his Stronghold, sacrificing the Battle Maiden Recruit. Seems fine. So I'm guessing he just has a lot of conflict characters here. There are 9 conflict characters in the deck, which is a pretty good amount. What's this? Okay, so he's playing more cards because he's going to attack here and is afraid of Restoration of Balance. Sure. Here comes the the Moto Youth. So if you have a conflict character, then you probably just let Raitsugu duel you, and then if he moves home, you play it. Ooh, finds Shameful Display. That is not really what you want to see. Of course, I don't think any of the Dragon Provinces are really what you want to see. Feast or Famine would have probably been okay. We do see that Shameful Display get used. So you probably just pass here, right? If you lose this conflict, you get Vengeful Oathkeepers, and you can stand up the Moto Youth again, even though he's only one skill. And then if he duels you, which I feel like he will, then you can wait for him to move home, and if he does, then you play a conflict character. Yep, there's the duel, so you just bid 1 here. Yep, so that duel goes through. He does move home, so let's see if there's a conflict character here. A Wayfinder would be ideal. Because that way you can stand it back up afterwards. Ooh, a Vengeful Oathkeeper. That's not what you want to see. Having to pay the 2 fate for that feels kind of bad. We see a bonsai here, probably just small bonsai, right? Ooh, big bonsai. So he's gonna go for the break on Shameful. We see a Tattooed Wanderer played into the conflict. This does not prevent the break. He still needs an attachment of some sort, so like a Fine Katana would work. Or Hurricane Punch. That's fine also. So you got him to spend a couple cards here. And you still win the conflict, so that's fine. You're going to dishonor Raitsugu now. Yep. But if Unicorn doesn't have any more conflict characters here, then this is potentially bad. If there is another Vengeful Oathkeeper, then that's good, but... Okay, so... Dragon is just going to pass the conflict, so you probably pass yours also, right? I think you maybe should have saved the Stronghold use there. No, I don't know. It's probably fine this way. So Unicorn does get the favor here. Spent a lot of cards there, though. Down to 4 cards in hand to 7 for Dragon. And let's see. We have a lot of cheap characters for Dragon, and then Unicorn finds 2 copies of Shahai and an Infantry, which is not ideal. So probably just gonna play everything here. Not sure. So Unicorn doesn't have any cavalry here, which is pretty bad. Unless you can play a cavalry reserves, maybe, but that wouldn't be the best use of it. Yeah, so maybe Unicorn will go for a military attack first and just play cavalry reserves. Could be the play here. And then you have the encampment. If you're going to do that, you probably just pass. Yeah, and he does pass. So I think that is not unlikely here that we will see that happen. is going to be expensive, though. We do see a Wayfinder here. It's going to find Sacred Sanctuary. You could maybe attack that. Seems bad. But attacking Shameful seems bad also. You can maybe just do a poke at Shameful with like the Goblin Sneak maybe. And then if he uses the ability, then you... I don't know, we'll see what the play is here. We see a Pathfinder's Blade found with that Swordsmith. So, let's see. He has plenty of fate, and is down a lot of cards, so we could just see him go for the Earth Ring, maybe. Or you could just go Void, I guess, to try and get these characters off the board sooner. Chances are he's going to have a reprieve, though. Yeah, Unicorn definitely seems to not be in a great spot. It's going to be difficult here. I think you just have to do your all-in military attack here and play the Cavalry Reserves as your first attack. It's going to go Political Void, maybe? Okay, so going to try and draw a defense here, it looks like. Attacking Shameful feels pretty bad, though. But it does mean that if you break it here, you can attack it for free with your second attack. So that's maybe okay. Ooh, looks like Unicorn doesn't have Assassinate. That would have been a good card to have here. If he did have it, then Dragon probably would have just played a Reprieve or a Finger of Jade, though. So there is the Court Games to Dishonor, and then he's going to move that Invocation of Ash. Ooh, but there's a Court Games to honor a friendly character. So at least he made him spend that, I guess. That Invocation of Ash did not really do a whole lot, though. Like, he only got one conflict out of it, and... okay, there's a Cloud the Mind on Ritsugu, and he had to move it, so it cost him an honor also. Dragon is going to win that conflict. And then I think we will likely see this Ritsugu break Upholding Authority with the Pathfinder's Blade. That seems good. Unicorn has no attachment control, so you can just get that free break there and get rid of the encampment. If you do that, you probably go Earthring, right? Like, you probably don't really need the Fate, and Earthring seems pretty good since Unicorn is low on cards already. Just keep putting pressure. We see a Skirmisher, though. So Skirmisher can break Upholding Authority on its own if you play the Pathfinder's Blade and then use the Stronghold. So I actually kind of expect Unicorn to defend this. This is the Watering. It's going to bow the Goblin Sneak. It's got 7 Fate, yeah. Do you defend this? Think he'll be recovered? Maybe. We'll see. I hope so. Okay, it doesn't defend. He does have the military favor, but this is going to let the dragon player break unless we see a conflict character get played. See the pass. Gonna make him use the stronghold. There it is. And then let's see if there's anything else. So if you can prevent this break, you're essentially wasting that Pathfinder's Blade. Ooh, we see Talisman of the Sun. Okay. Where's he gonna move this? He has Border Fortress. Ooh, actually, Border Fortress is pretty sick, right? There's also Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is okay, but you do have to worry about him breaking it in that case. So yeah, I'm thinking Border Fortress is going to be the play here. Ooh, he does move to Pilgrimage. Wow. So if Dragon has another Katana here, or a Bonsai even, that is just going to be the break. I feel like Border Fortress was probably better because, like, there's no chance he doesn't have another military buff in his hand, right? And then he just breaks Pilgrimage. Whereas if you go to Border Fortress, you get him to spend the Pathfinder's Blade. Alright, so we did see the break on Pilgrimage there. Watering Ready's the Swordsmith, actually. Like, if Border Fortress breaks, that's not as big a deal, I feel like. Um, he's at least not getting any use out of this Pathfinder's Blade, but breaking Pilgrimage is kind of unfortunate. We see the Wayfinder going to attack and find Feast or Famine. That is a little bit dangerous. We see no defense. Why did he take the 50-50 here? There's a Pathfinder's Blade on the Swordsmith. Ooh, Legion of One. Wait. Okay, so this removes the... That's kind of funny, actually. That removes the fate from the Wayfinder, so now he can't use Feast or Famine. Sure. Kind of feels bad, though, right? He does have... So, the upside of this is that he can use the Stronghold and sacrifice the Wayfinder now, because it has no fate on it. Well, actually, then you don't get to Shiotome Encampment. Maybe not. But you need another military conflict, so you kind of have to, right? And then you can attack the other face-down province, which is Restoration, and just flip that. Yeah, this is tough. Wouldn't Stronghold trigger before Feast or Famine anyway? Ooh, plays... Okay, we see a Hawk Tattoo played by the Dragon player, actually. Feast or Famine is still breaking. Let me figure that out. And there's a Tattooed Wanderer. Yeah, so you win the conflict before the province breaks, right? in 3.23, compare skill values, and then province breaks in 3.25. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can use the stronghold before Feast or Famine. We're seeing some stuff happening now, though. So we saw Let Go on that Cloud the Mind. Not going to duel, though, because the Wayfinder was pretty buff there. And he actually is going to break that Feast or Famine. Discards a Cloud the Mind with the Earth Ring. And here comes the Swordsmith into the Upholding Authority, which you cannot defend. Wait. Hold on. Why didn't he unbow the Wayfinder and defend? That's got to be a mistake, right? Well, at least that's 2 Pathfinder's Blades down. Let's see. We have a Windswept Yurt here. That is good because he's on 2 honor. I'm not actually sure when that happened, but apparently he's down to 2 honor. Border Rider is pretty good as well. Dragon's gonna find some big guys here though. Yokuni is pretty good with this Retsugu on the board. Yeah, you just play Yokuni. Makes sense. So maybe you have to play. So he uses the yurt to gain 2 honor. You could play both of your low cost characters with Fate on them so they don't get killed. This is still looking pretty bad for Unicorn though. Not sure if there's really a way he can come back at this point. Plays Shahai with 2 Fate, Infantry no Fate, and then Border. No, wait, he didn't play Border Rider? That's a little bit surprising there. He's going to have to draw 2 cards as well because he's low on honor. We have 1 bit from Ginger Kid 88. Thank you. Puts you on the leaderboard. Wonder where Luke is. Guess he doesn't mind being 2nd place. Swordsmith is going to find a reprieve. So yeah, like these dragon characters are just not going to die now, even if you get a Void Ring somehow. And then he's just going to break your stronghold, I think. There's a Force of the River, though. That's good. Another Force of the River, okay. So this does mean that he can attack Restoration now still, because he only has 4 cards. And a Cloud the Mind on Yokuni. He hasn't used his ability yet, right? Oh, this is the draw phase still, okay. Action Johnny is out of Fate, though. It's too bad Force of the River doesn't make Unicorn characters, because then Infantry would be pretty good. So the problem here is that Unicorn has 0 Fate and 3 cards. See what Dragon's gonna do here. Dragon has the first chance to attack. You might go for the firing because it has a fate on it, and you can honor Yokuni, which seems good. You could also, you could go for Void Ring maybe, and try to dual Shahai this turn to kill her, but might be a little bit tricky. So we see Yokuni attack, going to find Feast or Famine. So he needs the third Pathfinder's Blade here, right? So I think as Action Johnny, you should just not defend this and hope that he doesn't have it. That's like your only chance here. The problem is he does have the reprieve though, so that might not even be good enough. We see a defense with the infantry, so it's still breaking here. And this way he's not going to lose the honor, I guess. Ooh, he does have the Pathfinder's Blade. Very unfortunate. Master of the Swift Waves is going to bring in Shahai, though, to prevent the break here. But he can just Stronghold, right? This should still break. Yeah, all three Pathfinder's Blade feels pretty bad. We see a Seal of the Dragon for some reason. Maybe he doesn't want to use his Stronghold. He wants to save it for Raitsugu. What else is he going to play, though? He has the Stronghold now, right? Unless he has a Court Games, I guess. Plays an Ancestral Daisho. Okay, now I'm just kind of confused. Yeah, they do really need to do something about Dragon. Like, it's... I don't know, it's a problem. Pathfinder's Blade is just like... I don't know, it's really, really annoying because Dragon is like actually the only clan that can even use it. And it's such a good card, and it just makes Dragon even better because they have Ni-Ten Master. I don't know, it's pretty dumb. Oh, okay, he was going to play a Void Fist, that's fine. Void Fist is another pretty dumb card. Attachments just don't have enough downside since it is so hard to remove characters. Yeah, Dragon just puts a bunch of fate on characters and then they have Reprieve. They should really restrict Reprieve instead of Iron Mine. Like, that would just be a buff to Crab and a nerf to Dragon. Of course, knowing them, they'd probably just add Reprieve and not remove Iron Mine. But... okay, so Firing's gonna honor Raitsugu, actually, to, again, make it easier to duel people, I guess. Here comes the infantry, gonna find Restoration of Balance. He had already seen Sacred Sanctuary as one of the face-down provinces with 8 Wayfinders, so he knew which one was Restoration. So let's see, we see a defense. This is military water, seems good. We see no defense. And a pass. So you just take the win here, right? Like, there's no card you can play. And then you just unbow Shahai, I guess. You could use a Force of the River to get the break and an extra military attack, but I think not breaking is actually better. Especially since you're going to ready Shahai for the political attack next, so you get the break anyway, and then you don't have to attack Shameful. So yeah, I think you should just pass. Ooh, he is going to use the Force of the River, though. Can't really say I agree with this, but that is going to get him the break. So he still has to defend. His stronghold is rally to the cause. Um, so he can flip this to political. Should be fine. He's going to ready Shahai, use the stronghold there. So maybe you just defend with Shahai on this attack and flip it to political, and then do another military attack with the Master of the Swift Waves, right? Yeah, like honestly, I think they should print. It's hard though because like Crab wouldn't be nearly as strong as we are without our attachments, but I do feel like there needs to be more attachment hate in the game since it is so hard to remove characters. Like people are running Mia Mystic. That just kind of shows that something is wrong. We see a military Earth here. Sometimes with Unicorn, you just break a province out of spite when you know you're going to lose. Yeah, maybe. So if you flip this to political, he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 4. Can you defend that? Let's see. Like the only card he could play, oh, he could have a talisman actually. Play that on Shahai. There's not a whole lot that he could have here though. I think you have to flip this and then you have to defend. It'll get let go? Yeah, probably. Only 5 cards in hand though. Is that good enough to get him disqualified? Accidentally switching manual mode on. So let's see. This is how much military? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what you could actually do is defend. Actually, if you have a, what's it called? Unleash the Djinn, you could just use Force of the River to get 3 tokens in there and then play that, and then everyone is 3. Retsugu will get to duel one of them to kill him, but he will still not be breaking then. You could also defend with the Master of the Swift Waves just to make sure. Actually, yeah, no, he'd be 1 off breaking because he has the favor. I think you have to do that, or you have to do this. And it looks like he's doing this. So the problem now is that you don't get another attack here. Which, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. And then Dragon's going to get an Earth Ring. See reprieve played, so he's going to go up to 5 and you'll go down to 2. Is there a reason not to concede? Yeah, I mean, you might as well keep fighting. See a pass there. If Dragon has 1 more card, he can just win here. But yeah, this could very easily be the game. We see a Finger of Jade. Ooh, he does have the Void Fist, yeah, so that is going to be the game. You should Void Fist Shahai, right? I guess it doesn't matter, but technically not the right play, right? But yeah, that is going to be the game. So Unicorn loses. Very unfortunate there. Oh, hold on. But yeah, pretty good run for Action Johnny. Made it to the top 16. First time a Unicorn has ever made it that far. but unfortunately will not be making it any further. So, man, I don't know who I'm going to be rooting for now. I guess QQ, because he won the cup with Crab, even though he's not playing Crab anymore. But yeah, Droog will move on to the top 8 now, and he will play against the winner of the Scorpion Mirror matchup that's happening down there. We'll see who that is. Let me see, when is the deadline? So deadline for top 16 is tomorrow, actually. Okay, so hopefully we'll get some more games going. But yeah, that is going to do it for this stream. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.